Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in previous video we discussed about what a webpack is, what are the traditional approaches that we used in vanilla JS. Okay, and now we will look upon the asset management thing. So, what basically an asset management mean? For our HTML file, there are multiple dependent modules and multiple dependent what we can say dependencies. So JavaScript is one of them, but rather than we have our CSS file, we have our fonts, we have images, external medias, we might have any other XLS file or CSV file. Okay, so we will go through loading the assets one by one, how we can configure that by means of a webpack. Okay, so what to do with assets? So what are the assets and how it is processed? Okay, so there are popular tools like Grunt and Gulp. I will make a separate series on this. They are basically used to optimize the file processing thing and move them. We will move them from source to a disk directory. So we will use these tools in future, but right now we will see how Webpack processes it. Okay, and as we know that in our Webpack config file there are set of rules. We have an entry point and output, and then we will include a set of rules here. So that it basically creates a dependency graph. So let's say you have an CSS file and it is dependent on some background image. So Webpack efficiently creates a dependency graph of the related modules in a sequential manner from this config file, and it will bundle it for your HTML. Okay. So we will go through the code setup first. So this is our previous code. In this directory we had some title. Now let us rename it to asset management, something like this. Instead of main.js we will have bundles. Okay, and in this configuration we already saw that we need to add an output file. So instead of main.js we will have bundle.js because we need to include all the bundle files. So we will delete this thing and we will add a set of rules. So before adding we will add a CSS loader in our dependency. So there are style loaders and CSS loaders that we will add as a dependency. So we have two more dev dependencies now, and inside the module part in Webpack config, we will add, we will format it. Okay. So we will add a CSS loader and style loader, which efficiently picks this CSS file and bundles it. Okay. So how our directory will look now is like we will have an dist, we will have a bundle.js file upon processing, and we need to add style.css file here. So inside source we will have style.css, index.js, which we previously had, and now let's add some CSS class here. Okay, and in index.js what we will do, we already created a dynamic element. So in that we will add a class list, class list dot add, uh, we will add hello class list as we have defined a variable here. Okay, so we will now bundle, like create a build bundle our application. So our bundle.js file is created. Okay, and index.html already has that script injected. We will open this with the live server. So let us try to debug what has happened. So in the body part, we have already added this hello script here, but I think in what we can say index.html we need to add the css file. Okay, so in order to, okay, so we need to also update this specific thing, so we can import this css class and then add the class list here, right? So once again we will create a build, we will try to reload, and you are able to see that we have efficiently applied styles to our html code. So yeah, this was pretty much fun, and now we will move on to loading all the fonts and images. So loading up the images is so Webpack 5 provides an asset module uh, within the system itself. So for that, you don't have to do anything. Just add a rule in your Webpack config. So just after this rule, we need to add this rule. I will format your document. Okay, so now we have two rules. First is a CSS, second one is this. And let's say I am adding an icon.png. So I am having this thing and it's a JPG file. So I will add something like this icon. Okay, .jpg. So now what we will do is like add this as a background image. So we will import this in your index.js file. So instead of png, I will make it as jpg, and I will create a new image instance here. Okay. So for that, what you have to do is like you have to add an image here. So what we will do is like create an image instance here, and uh, in the inside the src we can add the imported icon here, and we can append the element, but instead of element we have taken a div element. Okay, so we have added an image successfully. Now what we will do is like inside our styles we will import a background, which is nothing but icon.png. We need to add a url here, and it will be like icon.jpg. Now let's create our bundle again. We will create a build here. uh, as as soon as I create a build, you are able to see that we have got an optimized image here. So we will also convert the formats that web supports by using the tools in using grunt and gulp, but I will add all those details in future videos. So as soon as you are able to create a build, now let's try to open it with live server. So here you are able to see that we have an div image with this thing, but I also need to add like zero padding and zero margin for my body. So I will create one more bundle. I will open. So now it looks good, like everything is up to mark. Yeah. So we have efficiently loaded the CSS. We have efficiently loaded an asset module, and